All right, there we go. All right, love, peace, and soul, everybody. Welcome, one and all. We're going to give some time for the family to come into the room. Peace and soul, everybody. Welcome, one and all. We're going to give some time for the family to come into. Hold up. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, we're going to give some time for people to come into the room. Got a special treat for y'all tonight. We're going to definitely be shifting up the energy and bringing in some new energy. The 111 portal happened, of course, across the board yesterday. So in light of that, we are going to do something new and something that has been on my energy and on my spirit for a long time. So y'all know that in the readings, if y'all been following me, if you're new, welcome. In the readings, it has been coming about that your connection to spirituality is changing. How we view spirituality, our rituals. I've been saying it too. Like, we don't know that the rituals that we are used to, the meanings of these deities, these spirit guides, and all of that is changing. Just like we're evolving, they're evolving as well. So being that now these portals have been opening up, information has been coming through, okay? Downloads have been coming through. We have to be mindful and careful how we connect to spirituality and certain energies, because it's basically energies. All deities, archangels, gods and goddesses, they're all energies. They're all frequencies, okay? And they are ascribed, words, iconography, symbology, all of that, in order to be able to connect and awaken those energies within us. So, what really propelled me to do this now was because I had an interaction with my homegirl, and she was like, yo, listen, check this spirit out. You know what I'm saying? I think that's you, da, 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 da. And then when I checked it out and, you know what I'm saying, I read the energy of it, I was like, nah, that's not really me. You know what I'm saying? It's giving me a little slave mammy energy. And it was like, I don't know, maybe she took offense to how I was like, it's beneath me. You know what I mean? She was like, well, you need to do your research and and I was like, yeah, I did my research and I read the energy, and this is what, I'm saying, I came up with. But I realized it wasn't even that interaction that was important. What was important was that it was like, spirit was like, this is what you need to use as a case study. This is how you can show the collective how to be more practical and also be more innovative, and also to rely on your own intuition when it comes to dealing with these energies and when it comes to doing these rituals. So we're going to use a whole case study. We're going to look at this energy. And then even more like information was coming up today that I had to collect, that I was like, yo, this is profound right here. So the energy we're going to be looking at is, her name is Lama Dama. Okay. So hold on, y'all. I want to be able to, I'm going to screen share and everything like that, because we're going to look at it together. And I want y'all to be able to, you know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, y'all? You know what I mean? What's up, everybody? Welcome. Right? So, hey, y'all. Look. Hey, Bunny Queen. Oh, I like that icon, sweetheart. Hey, wish upon a card. Yeah, y'all. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna be doing some screen sharing, so that way we can look at this information together. So that way you can come to your own inference and your own conclusion as to how we are supposed to be connecting with this energy. All right. So let's do this. Okay. Blessings, Imani. What's up, y'all? All right, let's go in. I'm gonna share the screen. Just give me a minute. I know it's like silence. But this is profound. You know what I mean? This has been something that has been on my energy. Okay. So who is Lama Dama? Okay. So of course, in me, researching this energy, I said, okay, let's see what she's about. You know what I mean? Right? She's a mysterious figure, of course, hailing from Latin America, countries in the Caribbean, right? The name Lama Dama may sound like it refers to one specific spirit, but really it's an actual type of spirit. The spirits of female slaves. Okay. Can y'all see that good? Let me see. I might have to enlarge it. You know what I mean? Yeah, let me enlarge it real quick for y'all. So y'all can see. So we can see, you know what I'm saying, what's going on. All right. Now, it says they are spirits of female slaves or their descendants who help the living, right? The veneration came to the United States through practitioners of Santeria from Latin America, countries in the Caribbean. As a spirit of the dead, venerating Lama Dama works a little differently from the way that you would venerate a spirit. Lama Dama should not be patroned in the way you might patron a saint or a deity. In the religions, keyword, in the religions, she is a spirit guide, okay? So she's not a deity and she's not a saint, okay? So she's very helpful in everyday matters like bringing in money, paying the bills, opening roads, settling down troublemakers. Sounds harmless. You know what I'm saying? Hey, precious, boo, boo, new. Sounds, basically it sounds harmless, sounds like, okay, a little innocent or whatever the case may be. But this is looking at it from a superficial aspect. When you read or, like when you're reading books and when you're reading up on energies, that is, left brain, looking at it from the conscious mind, right? But how you dictate your reality and how you create your reality is through what? The subconscious mind. So the subconscious mind speaks to you through what? Images, symbols, right? Iconography. So when we look at let's see how, her iconography. Okay. Hold on. I don't know if y'all can see what's going on. Okay, y'all can see what's going on. All right. There's going to be a little hiccups here and there, but, I just want to make sure y'all can see everything that's going on. All right. So let's look at her iconography. Okay. So we're looking at Lama Dama iconography. And when I first saw it, and she sent me a link too, this was what she sent me the link to. And I was like, okay, all right. But my subconscious was like, okay, a little perturbed. Like, this is giving me slave mammy vibes right here. You know what I mean? And I'm like, that's not an energy that I want to align myself with at this time, because that energy is going out. We're that slave energy, that slave mentality. Like, would you put this, like, this is a car statue. Like, would you put this up on your dashboard? That's not something I think I would put on my dashboard. Like, I want to be able to put what in the mammy. Wait, where you at? That's why I had to bring it to the collective. You understand what I said? Because me no say, I'm me alone. All right, exactly. Iconography. Your subconscious immediately said, mammy. You understand what I'm saying? What? And then, okay, let's look at what mammy was. Mammy was what? The wet nurse. She used to breastfeed. Sometimes she didn't have enough breast milk to feed her own children. She was breastfeeding masses children. You understand? Taking care of everybody's children. She was the wet nurse. She was the healer. We know that. Okay. Her iconography also represents psychics, the medicine woman, all of that. And we're not discrediting that. We are also not discrediting our ancestors that actually played that role. The ancestors that were actual slaves that listen, the actual slaves that let Massa bend them over. You understand? So Toby wouldn't get his behind whoop. You understand what I say? Yes, we know how strong they are, but guess what? They're asking for an upgrade right now. All right. And this is why we're using her as a case study, because I checked in with that energy too. And it's like, don't you want to put that broom behind the door? It's almost like having Nana cook. Nana's 80 years old and you having her cook Thanksgiving every year. Wouldn't it be time now to pass the baton for somebody else now to cook, Thanksgiving dinner? Nana is not going to be able to do that when she's 80 years old. You feel what I'm saying? So, therefore, we're going to hold on. There's so many points, so many bullet points that I wanted to bring up. You know what I mean? And there's no shade to the sister that brought this to my attention. Like, come on, Virgin. Come on. You know what I mean? Our grandmothers don't even dress like this. You feel what I'm saying? Now, so I was like, okay, doing more research. You feel me? So let me slow down. You said it's buffering. It's probably because it's my energy, because there's so many points that I want to get into. So now, look, this Botanica right here, I'm going to tell you right now. Botanica, that's a bomb Botanica, because they got a lot of stuff that I couldn't find, and I was able to get it from their website. So I would say definitely support them. I think they're based out in Jersey. But yeah, okay. And then even look at the candle. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is not, you know what I mean? Again, it's not shade to her as well. So I was looking at the video. Okay. So I want to watch. I want to show y'all the video really quick. A section of the video. Hold on, because I don't want to get. Okay. Oh yeah, it might be my connection. Hold on. It might be my connection, y'all. Let me just make sure I'm on the right. Wow, yeah. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me really quick. Let me set it up for y'all. But I even checked in with her, and it's like, isn't it? Listen, that's what I'm saying. And then check this out. Hold on. So check this out, right? I even checked it with the energy. I was like, what's up, mama? Like, you know what I'm saying? What you saying? Like, don't you want to get don't you want to, get your silk press and your press and curl, and you know what I mean? Like, our grandmothers don't even look like that nowadays. So it was like, yeah, you're right. And then also, she's giving me Aunt Jemima vibes. Wasn't it? Let's pull that up before I even get to the video. Hold on. Wasn't there an outrage for a minute? You know what I'm saying? Wasn't there an outrage at the iconography? Hold on, let me go back to the screen. Hold on. You see what I'm saying? And they was like, y'all got to get with the times. Y'all got to change it. Wop-de-wop-de-wop. I remember that. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember with Aunt Jemima and even Uncle Ben? You feel what I'm saying? Brand to change name and all of that. You see what I'm saying? Nancy Green. Look at this, y'all. You see what I'm saying? Can y'all see? I just want to be sure that y'all can see what's going on. Because you see this? See, that was the original. It's an in town, honey. Yes, honey. Yes, sir, yes, sir. I tell you right now. Okay. So it might be, dag, man. I'm trying to see. Hold on. Let me just make sure. Because if it's buffering, let me slow down. Hold on. Pause. Hold on. Let me see what's going on. The faster connection. Because it's a lot. It's a lot. And I just want y'all to be able to see what's going on. Okay. All right, let me go back to the screen sharing. I try to update my Wi-Fi, make sure that okay. Bear with me. Y'all know this is new to me. So, okay. Bam. All right. Now y'all should be up and running. Y'all should be able to see what's going on. So, look at the iconography, y'all. Come on now. Look upon it. It's an in town, honey. Oh, Lordy, happy days here. You likes my food? Look. And that's the same exact iconography, okay, of that energy. And like I said, it's not a discount to those ancestors that, look at this. It's no discount and no discredit to our ancestors that had to play that role for that time, because they paved the way for us to get here. So this is why I entitled this video that they're waiting for us to upgrade them, because actually we look into them. How are you going to look to an energy that was enslaved? An energy that was not able to live out their full capacity, and that they were held down in a state of oppression, right? They like upgrade me. You see what I'm saying? That's why they had to change. That's why they had to, it says here, Aunt Jemima is changing its name and mascot due to racial stereotypes. Okay. Racial stereotypes. They gave her a press and curl. All right. They was like, all right, gave her a press and curl. You took the mammy rag off her head. All right. That's good. That's an improvement. You know what I mean? But people weren't satisfied with that. Now, wait, wasn't it Quaker is dropping the, image, right, and name. Exactly. They had to change the whole script because the energy of our ancestors were like, we're not having that anymore. Okay? So therefore, we have to be mindful and careful how we connect with the energies, because now we're going to keep not only the energies that are screaming like, hey, or our ancestors that are like, hey, you guys are supposed to be taking this to a next level. We're passing the baton to you, and you're supposed to be taking it to a next level. Now, let me show you this. Now, this is what I wanted to show y'all before it started lagging. Right? Like I said, no shot, no shade to Sistren, because like I said, I love her products and stuff like that. And you might not be able to see it. I might just have to tell y'all, but y'all can watch the video on your own and see what I'm talking about. Okay. But she basically gives the rundown on how to deal with the energy, right? So she basically gives you, hold on. So she basically gives you, hey, beloved, welcome. Like how to work with it. Like, use these herbs, you know what I'm saying? Get the candle, blah, blah, blah. This is what you do. So this is what disturbed me. And my daughter was with me watching it. See, this is why the youth are hip and know what's going on. These Pluto, Sagittarius, Scorpios, Capricorns know what's going on. They're able to read and pick up on energy faster than we are. So basically, she was saying, okay, use this oil. She was like, get the mag. She had a magnetizing type of oil. She was like, you know how you put money? Because you see in her, hold on. You see she has a basket on her head, right? So she was saying, you know, you could put the herbs in the basket. You know, you could put coins, you could put money and all of that, you know what I'm saying, inside the basket or whatever. And she had a dollar bill and she was like, rub the oil on the face. And my daughter was like, well, which president is that? The face of what president? Is that the president that emancipated the slaves? And I said, no, that's Abraham Lincoln. He's on a penny. I said, who's on a dollar is George Washington. And we all know who George Washington was. You understand? He had plenty of slaves. From what I know, he was the one that would yank the teeth out of his slave's mouth and put it in his mouth. Like, come here, slave. I need that molar. Okay? Not only that, he was having children with his slaves, raping or forcing, again, the mammy energy, right? And then would enslave his children. So you're putting magnetizing oil on the face of George Washington, the face of an oppressor, and then putting it on the head. Hold on. You got to get the visual. This is the whole reason why I'm doing this. You got to get the visual, okay? All right. So you put magnetizing oil of a slave master oppressor, and you're putting it in the basket, which is on the head of this energy of this guide, right? So you basically want to magnetize oppression. That's a weight. That's a weight on the crown. So you put master on your crown. The spirit of oppression on your crown. Do y'all get me? So, and it was my daughter that brought that out. And she was like, so you're going to put the slave master on your head, on the head of the deity, of the statue, of the energy that you're supposed to be connecting with? You see what I'm saying? We don't realize the spiritual implications of the actions that we're doing right now, because we're coming out of the old timeline. We're no longer in that timeline. You understand? Because we already know we are gods and goddesses. Even, yes, we were kings and emperors and empresses, but we're realizing that we are gods and goddesses that stem from out of this dimension and this realm and this reality. So therefore, why would we connect with energy that is in a state of oppression? That represents when we were in a state of oppression and just getting by. So this is another aspect, right? When we looked at the energy of like what she represents, right? She's very helpful, everyday matters, bringing in money, paying bills, opening roads, right? Settling down troublemakers. Okay. Now, being that she's not a deity, she's not a saint. And if she represents the slave, she represents the female slaves. Remember, we read that. We read that up here. It says she was, you know what I'm saying? They are spirits of female slaves. Straight up. So wouldn't that mean we should put pictures of our ancestors up? Like we wouldn't even need to put an iconography of a slave ancestor, because what we're trying to do, we're trying to bring their energy up. You understand? We don't want to keep them in the spirit realm in a state of oppression. Right? So therefore, that means we're trying to bring them up. So why not put a picture of your grandmother? Because the spirit of those slaves are definitely within your grandmama, right? They within you, right? Or some people say, well, you know, I was adopted, or I never met my grandmother. I don't have any pictures of my grandmother, right? Hey, what's up, Bella? So therefore, now we're looking at, that's what I'm saying. Look at her energy though, bringing in money, paying bills, Oh, what's up, my dude? Uh-oh, we got real stars in the building. Big up the peace dealer. Yo, that's my big bro right there. What's going on? What's going on? I appreciate you. Wow. All right, let's get in. Aren't we in? Remember now, North Node is in Gemini. Since we got the Gemini in the building, thank you for segueing. North Node is in Gemini, which represents the mind. We're talking about now surpassing the conscious mind and going towards what? The subconscious mind. Now, to me, Gemini energy also represents the magician, because you could bring into fruition right through your mind. You bring things into reality and the connection with your subconscious mind. So now, all right, you want to get that bill paid. Why stop there? If we're gods and goddesses and we're just like, oh, I just need that my electric bill paid so that massa won't cut off the light bill. I need the water bill paid. Come on, ma'am, help me pay my light bill. You understand? No, I'm the energy that I know for me personally, the energy that I want to bring in, where my bills are on auto pay, where my bills are like the Netflix subscription. You understand? Am I sweating the Netflix when they like? I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, do I have that $9.99 in my account? Oh Lord, they're gonna cut my Netflix off. No, I want that same energy with my light bill. Not only the light bill for my home, but the light bill for my business, for the possible office building or possible even apartment complex that I offer to have people rent from me. I want those bills paid. You understand what I'm saying? This is the mindset. We're thinking too small. We're thinking too small. Why would you? It's like a police officer asking a security guard to protect them. That makes no sense whatsoever. So that's why I was like, well, why would I go to this energy just to, get my light bill paid or whatever? I'm want to be in the energy of it's on prescription. You know what I'm saying? What you mean? What you mean, Bunny Queen? You know what I'm saying? What you mean? I'm trying to understand that comment. I really don't understand that comment. Can you elaborate, Bunny Queen? You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm not just going to be looking for someone to just pay. I'm not going to be going to an energy that's not a deity, that's not a saint, that's not a God. That would be stepping down. That would be dealing with an energy that is beneath me. When we could look at an energy, talking about Geminis, okay? Talking about Geminis, why not deal with this wonderful Gemini here, Reverend Ike? He was the original, okay? He was the original. He was before Abraham Hicks. That's where they get all their information from. We're using the power of the mind to be able to bring in your reality, your spirituality, the connection to spirituality. Okay? So Reverend Ike got me through some hard times, literally. So Reverend Ike right here, look at the titles. Who really controls your subconscious mind? Who controls it? How to call heavenly riches into your world. His motto is why just ask for what you need when you can have more than enough. Thank you, Jay. Way ahead of his time. Way ahead of his time. That's why I said Abraham Hicks gets all their information from him. Right? So I remember he said that a little boy asked him one time, oh, sir, can I get 10 cents? Blah, 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 blah. And he said to him, why ask for 10 cents when you can get a quarter? Why ask for a quarter when you could get $1? He said, next time ask for the most. And you, because he said, but I'm going to give you what you asked me for. I'm going to give you the 10 cents. But you could have even got $1 for me. D. So it's also too, you asking the universe, hey, pay my light bill. When, like I said, I want the bill paid on my office building. My house, that's on auto pay. I'm not even trying to look at that. I have an accountant that's going to be looking at that, making sure all the bills is paid. I'm not even going to look at that. I'm going to look at what the accountant is doing to make sure he ain't skimming none off the top. Okay? Because you're not gonna release all responsibility to someone who's working for you, right? So that's who I'm going to put on my altar. You feel what I'm saying? Exactly. He's definitely an ascended master. Look at him. Hold on. Let's look at this image of him right here. That's one point I wanted to bring up too. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Look at Papa Ike. That's my honorary. That's my spirit uncle right there. Okay. That's my spirit uncle right there. You feel me? Yeah. Hold on real quick. Let me just. Yep. Way ahead of his time. Way ahead of his time. So look at this iconography of him, right? Let's see. Did it go back? Because it's lagging. I know it's lagging, y'all. It's a lot. Yeah. You know, and he was able to, and see, this is the key. He's a key person here too, because he was like, you have to link up your spirituality with your mindset, and then it will be shown in the physical. And he was like, this is why I have, hold on. It's not sharing. Hold on. Because people used to rag on him because they're like, oh, you a reverend and you talking about all these physical riches and that you can have anything that you want and wop. And he was like, why rag on me? Because I'm living the life that I want to live. I'm helping other people live the life that they want to live. I'm helping people see the God within themselves. This is his teachings. Seeing the God within yourself. So if you're a God, why would you go to a guide? Someone who was enslaved. Look at him and his Rolls Royces. He had like over 20 Rolls Royces. And they were like, well, isn't 1 or 2 enough? Why must you have 20? He said, why not? It's more than enough. I have more than enough. Why can't I have 20? Because you stuck in the mentality of lack. Okay. Okay, there's a question in the chat. Hold on, let's bring this up. Let's bring up the question. Okay. What about ancestral or generational karma and curses? Okay, what about them? Like how to clear them? What specifically do you want to know? Can it block your path and abundance? Okay. Oh, okay. So like generational curses and things of that nature. But see, can it block your progress? Can it block your abundance? This is the whole generation. We're in the generation of we're the ones that's been breaking it, having not all the shadow work that we've been doing, the spirit work that we are doing. Isn't just this live stream? Isn't that breaking the generational curses? How I'm bringing to light how these energies that we're dealing with for so long, doing rituals and all of that, putting it on our altar, which is our connection to the spirit realm. Isn't that breaking the curse now? Because we're realizing, okay, that's a mammy slave energy. And that's not something that I want to identify with. That's not something I'm going to teach my daughter to identify with as something that's higher than her that she needs to petition to. You understand what I'm saying? This is how you break those curses. This is she right now. My ancestors that played that mammy role, that was that wet nurse. You understand? There's no mistakes. Yeah, I'm a nurse now, but now I'm in a position where I don't have to cater to people. I make my own hours. I'm with an agency where I can make my own hours, right? We're in a totally different energy now. So we can transmute all of that oppression and pain that they went through. And now we can rise them up. Like, thank you, for those years that and being able to get us through and hide the traditions, the African traditions and the indigenous and native traditions within being enslaved. You were able to still keep doing your root work and all of that and keeping it a secret. We're grateful for that, most definitely. And now you was able to pass the baton for us now to be able to rise above that now and say, you know what, we retire you. We bury that type of energy. Because look, check this. Because when I seen that iconography, it thought about a card. I'm going to show y'all right now. I said, that kind of reminds me of this tarot deck, this card in the tarot deck, right? And I was like, yeah, she wants to upgrade. She wants to upgrade. You feel what I'm saying? So hold on, let me get the card out. They looking to us to up, like, don't look to me. Eyes don't know. Don't look to me. I don't know. Bunny Queen, you still haven't elaborated on that question that you posed, sweetheart. Don't look to me. Whoppy whoppy. Here she go. You see the iconography of Mammy, right? Y'all saw it. Okay. This is what she kind of wants to be upgraded to. You feel me? She want her water wave, lace front. You see me? I said she want her water wave. She want to look graceful. Okay. She don't want to look like she been in the field on her bare feet and a sweep up massa mess and behind massa children. You understand? She don't want to look like that. She want to look like, hey, I could carry my, responsibilities with grace. That's what we're doing at this time. We're carrying our responsibilities with grace and poise and posture. And then the responsibilities that we're putting on, that we're taking on, are not something that is put on us, something that somebody else told us to do. We're doing what we want to do now. We're setting the narrative now. But then again, guess what card this is though, y'all? This is the 10 of Wands. What does the 10 of Wands represent though? It does represent oppression again, even though this is a classier version. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, we're going to put our passions, our responsibilities, the bills, but we're going to upgrade those. It's not just the light bill. You feel what I'm saying? This is our business, okay? The to keep up your website, that's going to be on auto pay. You're not even going to have to worry about that. That's going to go through because it's money to have a website. You feel what I'm saying? Yes, Trey, you already know. Exactly. Right. Okay, Bunny, I see you now. I see you, Queen. I just wanted to get it straight. That's all. I said, right. Okay. Right. Because you got other things to do. Exactly. I feel you on that one. I get it now. Right. You see what I'm saying? Thank you so much, Botanical Babe. I appreciate you. This is what I'm saying. This is look. This is why I said we're gonna be doing a lot more things, because now it's time now to take things to the higher level. Are we still going to be in the novice stage where we just reading books and then following what the book is telling us, what energies mean and what we're supposed to be doing? Or are we now going to take that knowledge, because that's knowledge one, right? Supreme mathematics all day and supreme alphabet. Okay. 2 is what? Wisdom. That's the application of the knowledge. So how do you apply the knowledge now? The things that you're reading in these books, the energies that you're studying. Now, how do you apply it? The wisdom, the intuition, the right brain. What does your intuition tell you about this energy? Does it tell you that it's still the same, that it's still some Mammy Aunt Jemima shit? Or is it telling you, like, listen, I want to be elevated. I want to be venerated, but in an elevated way. I don't want you to look at me in that state where I got a broom in my hand and a basket on my head, and then you put in the pictures of the oppressor, a dollar or whatever. Or don't let it be a 50. Andrew Jackson. He's even worse than George Washington. Andrew Jackson was the one who was the president responsible for the Trail of Tears of half of our ancestors, especially the darker ancestors. They killed us off or put us in mental institutions, or straight up said, you are no longer an Aboriginal of this land. You are a Negro. Let's get to the root of the issue. A $50 Andrew Jackson? What? He was the one that was Trail of Tears, and then took the lighter skinned ones, or the ones that was willing to conform, and then moved them out west, out here. We have to break these spells. It's time now. It's time to break these spells. Okay? Yep, that's right. The more spiritual practices that we do, the more your ancestors grow in power. But we have to be mindful of the type of spiritual practices that we do, because you don't want to magnetize the energy of the oppressor and then put it on top of their head. And then therefore we putting that on our head, and that energy on our head, where we just going to be always chasing, living check to check, and always chasing a bill being paid, when we need to transcend that, when it's time now to go higher than that. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I was like, that happened for a reason. That interaction happened for a reason, because it's time now for us to start looking at, and we're going to start doing this more often, and we're going to start to be looking at different energies, like, and you for yourself, you make the decision, like, is this energy still dealing with that? Like, even if you want to deal with something, energy that deals with prosperity. Okay. Like I said, Reverend Ike is going up there. That's my official spirit uncle, because when I moved out here, I was listening to him every morning. Every morning I listened to Reverend Ike. You feel what I'm saying? And that's how I was able to manifest everything when things were starting to fall through. And my nursing license didn't flip over, and the place that I wanted, they didn't let me sign the lease when I got here, and everything started. And I was like, oh my God, everything is falling through. And I was listening to Reverend Ike every day, and I was like, that's right. Now it's going to work. Everything is going to be good. Everything is going to be, you know what I'm saying? So that's who we need to deal with, because he deal with the energy of more than enough. That's what you got to put in your mind now. More than enough. Way more. Yeah, I'm going to have 20 Rolls Royces. I'm going to have office buildings that I'm going to need to take care of. Not just one office, a whole office complex. And people going to rent office space from me. You understand? This is the type of mentality. We need to think universe. Remember? The universe is mental. All is mind, and the universe is mental. Listen. What? That's my honorary uncle. He's who's going to be going up there. Like, the plumber going to come in like, oh, wow, nice pictures. That's your family? Oh, yes. That's my uncle. That's my spirit uncle right there. Reverend Ike. You feel me? You know what I mean? I already know who my energy is. You feel what I mean? So then you got to also look at too. Right. You also got to look at too, like, there are higher energies that, like, you got to look at. This is why I always say, I can tell you what I do. I can tell you what works for me. It may not work for you. You got to make your own decision. It's also like you getting a reading from someone and they tell you, you got to do this and you got to do that. But at the end of the day, you make that decision. You make the decision of what's right from you, what's wrong for you. You know what I mean? You could get advice from anywhere. But what that intuition, what that gut is telling you to do, you got to do it. So with that, y'all, listen, This is something I'm going to be doing a lot more on my Patreon. All right, guys, y'all let me know. I might do a poll, if I should, we should do this once a week and start looking into an energy and start dissecting it. Cause that we got to be decoders. You got to start dissecting energy. You got to dissect the energy and break it down because it's changing. How we relate to spirituality is changing, not religions. You understand? And I kept saying it, and I was like, wow, damn, that sounds so vague. And this is a prime example of how. Prime example. So now that energy, Lama Dama is like, thank you, Empress. Oh, Lord. Nobody was trying to understand that. Nobody was trying to understand it. I wanted my lace front. I want to look young. I want to look hot. I don't want to look, grandmamas is looking like this nowadays. It's crazy that you don't even know that they grandmamas. Grandmamas is looking like this nowadays, hun. Okay? Real talk. They got their eye, they getting the color contacts. They getting the color contacts, honey. Yes, she is. Okay, she got the water wave going. Water wave. Not the mammy head tie. We're not doing that. Headband wigs. Headband wigs. You know what I mean? Word. We got to do that. So, up next is new moon in Scorpio. Yes. Okay. What's Straight talking about? Let's see. Straight talking that shit. Okay. Like using a method or spell from someone else. They benefit from whatever power you add because it came from their mind. Better to make an outbit, hitting it. Right. This is what I'm saying. How do you think that the ancestors were able to come about these rituals and these spells? It came from within them. They did the meditation. They held the meds, and they were like, okay, this represents this. And they watched nature. They observed nature. And they said, okay, so this represents this. Oh, these, and watch the traits of animals, right? And this is how they came about this energy. So we have to do the same. It's because we're locked into jobs. You know what I'm saying? We locked into paying bills and all this and that. And we don't have the time to do it. But now it's like we got to make the time now. Because if not, we're going to be putting spells on ourselves and locking us into the old timeline where we do not want to find ourselves. Okay? So with that, beloveds, so grateful for y'all participation. This was fun, y'all. Like, we're going to be doing this. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to be doing it more often on my Patreon. Y'all need to get over on Patreon. Because it goes down in Patreon. It goes down over there. You don't just, the lower tier, this is why I said I labeled it novice, adept, and master VIP. So the novice, all you get is all the zodiacs extended. Adept, you get coupon codes, you get like, and if I do any uploads, any extra uploads, the late night eroticas, the Lucifer and Lilith, which means, yeah, it's about that time to start doing that. And then the master VIP gets everything that's coming down the pike, everything that's new. Hey, Aquarian Essence. Oh, thank you, boo, boo, boo. Yes, it's all good. Reprogram your, exactly. And it's through the iconography, the symbols. We ain't doing trauma. We're not doing trauma. It's through the symbols. And these symbols are going to communicate to you and tell you that they're changed. They're going to tell you, it's keeping me track. It's keeping me track. Oh, okay. Listen. Okay. So guess what, Bunny Queen? Because you on Patreon. We're going to do for the new moon. We're going to do a special. We're going to do a scorpionic new moon special. Segue. Let me wrap it up. Up next is the new moon in Scorpio. I could already tell y'all before, because I'm going to do a reading for that one. I could already tell y'all what's going to be happening, what you're going to see is going to, because it already started. When certain mishaps and things happen, it's because maybe you were doing something or in an environment that you wasn't supposed to be in. Okay. So being that, like today, something simple happened to me, like my coffee spilled in the car while I was driving. I was like, oh, what's that? But it was because I wasn't supposed to have that. I already set what I said I was going to do. And I just was like, oh, let me just grab a coffee. No. All week, right? It's leading up to, but it's happening because it's like, because your ass ain't supposed to be drinking coffee. So that's why that happened. Little things happen. And even I see it to other people. But then you're going to see synchronicities. Hold on, wait. Oh, wait. No, I did this whole thing. I'm going to show y'all this before we go. Hold on. Okay. Let me go back. Hold on. Because I did this. This is going to wrap this whole theme up. Because I said, damn, this is the whole energy of what I was just saying. I saw this on the gram. And I'm going to share this. Okay. Of this Viola Desmond, a Black Canadian icon. Hopefully it plays, y'all. Let me know if y'all can hear the audio. Come on, play for me. Let's see. It may not play. No. Go. Why? I did all of that. And look at what I'm saying. Okay, so I might have to just tell you. God dang it. Come on, play. Yeah, no. It might be like, no, you're sharing the screen, hon. We're not going to do that. Or what I could do. Hold on. Got to get creative. Yeah, I don't know. All right. It's not. It's not. All right. Let me pull it up. Really quick. Because this is going to seal it off.
Next year, Michelle Miller shows us how a civil rights icon from the 1940s is finally getting new recognition. Michelle, good morning.
Good morning. Well, her name is Viola Desmond. Never heard of her? Well, up until a few years ago, neither did many Canadians. But her story is giving context to assumptions on Canada's history that the nation, free of slavery, free of legal segregation, was not so free of racism. Desmond gave voice to that.
The beauty parlor was in her home.
90-year-old Wanda Robson is proud of her big sister.
This is her apartment here.
Proud that by 32, Viola Desmond had built a thriving hair care and beauty supply business, modeling herself after America's first female self-made millionaire, Madam C.J. Walker.
She said, that's what I want to do. That's who I want to be. This lady was way before her time.
She's even prouder of the decision Desmond made in this. Desmond appealed.
Long story short,
case was heard.
She was arrested.
In the process, Desmond stepped 70 years after her solid from a list of hundreds.
Long story short, she was arrested for going to the movie theater and watching it in the white section. Okay. And she stood up for herself. She went to court and everything like that. And years later, that's her sister. Years later, her sister and a professor now petitioned to get not only her name cleared, but also for her picture to be the first, not just African American, I can't say American, but melanated person, but first melanated woman to be on, besides royalty, on their money, on their currency.
To be the first woman outside of royalty on Canadian currency.
Oh, wouldn't Mom and Dad be proud?
Why do you think they chose her?
I think they chose her because the timing was right. Because of the fact that she stood up. She stood her ground for what she believed was right.
Listen. And the site that I got it from is the page is Voice of the Ancestors. And she said, why do you think they chose her? She said, because the timing was right. It's the timing now, right? To change the narrative. It's the timing now to start venerating our ancestors in its proper way. Straight like that. I was like, yo, that was key right there. That was key. It's the time, because they cleared her name, because of course, you know, they had her, and it was like she didn't, the grounds that they arrested her on was that she didn't pay the 1 cent tax, because back then segregation was illegal in Canada. Okay. And she stood her ground. Listen, it's the shift. Exactly. It's the shift. This is what I'm saying, because now you can't, if you continue to stay in the old timeline, right? That's going to keep you and your ancestors and your bloodline in the same old timeline, instead of you being able to transcend now the narrative that was so-called written for us, the spell that was so-called put on us, and even within our own rituals. Because remember, we taught them the science of rituals. We taught them science, math, mathematics, all the knowledges. We taught them. So they were like, okay, well, we're going to allow them to do what they could do. You don't think Massa knew we was doing rituals? They knew we was doing rituals and doing stuff underneath the table. They knew, but they was like, nah, that's all right. But they can only get so far by doing it that way. All right now. Okay now. So the next one is going to be new moon in Scorpio. I don't know when I'm gonna do that, because that's gonna be over the weekend. So sometime over the weekend, we're gonna get it in. You know what I mean? We're gonna talk about Scorpio, and then on Patreon, we're gonna do a little something special, a little something tantric. Okay. We're gonna do a little something tantric, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I already got it up. I already gotta set it up. And then we got this platform going on right here. So many good treats. Welcome all newbies, all new subscribers. I'm grateful for y'all. Day one, y'all already know what it is. I'm grateful. And y'all just, now look, even read, that's what I'm saying. Look at these energies from a fresh mind, with a fresh eye, and from a whole new standpoint. And with that, y'all, I'm going to always see y'all on the check-in, beloveds. Peace.